I was a traveling cloth merchant in the autumn of 1871, carrying bolts of linen and wool on a weather-worn cart. I'd been on the road from Dorset, hoping to reach the next market town by sundown, but fog swallowed the road, and the trees pressed closer as if the forest itself was trying to hurt me elsewhere. That S when I saw it, the wooden archway of the village I didn't recall ever passing before, though I'd travelled this region often. A carved sign overhead read, "Welcome to Grey Wash, charming, quiet, tidy as a dollhouse, not a soul in sight." My horse hesitated at the gate, nostrils flaring. I should have listened to her. As I guided the cart into the village, people emerged from small stone homes and timber-framed cottages. They were dressed plainly, old-fashioned even by my standards. Every one of them was smiling, not in a warm way, but polite, blank. A woman approached me. No, older than 30, with pale hands folded over her apron. "You've come a long way," she said softly. "Please, stay the night. We don't get many guests." My instinct said no, but the fog behind me was so thick I couldn't see the trees anymore, let alone the path, and my bones were stiff from travel. "Just until morning," I said. They gave me a room above the tavern. There was no noise, no laughter, not even a bark from a dog or cry from a child. Over dinner, fresh bread, hot stew. I noticed something else strange. The tavern was lit by dozens of candles, but none of the villagers cast a shadow. I dropped my spoon. No one flinched. I leaned closer to the wall, watching the flame behind a man's head. Nothing. The light just bent around him like he was there, but not really present. I wanted to ask, but something in me said not to. That night, I barricaded the door with a chair and barely slept. At dawn, I packed before the rooster crowed. The streets were empty again. No villagers, no horses, no sound. Just my cart and a single, fogless road leading out the way I came. Or so I thought. I followed it for an hour, too, and came right back to the same wooden gate. Welcome to Grey Wash, only now all the villagers were standing there, still smiling. The woman from the night before stepped forward, hands still folded. Her voice was serene. "You shouldn't try to leave before you're ready," she said. I didn't agree to stay, I snapped. She looked at me, her smile widening slightly. "But you did." I tried again, took a different road this time. Marked trees, counted steps, even walked instead of riding. Same result. The village returned again and again, like it had been waiting the whole time. By the third loop, I noticed something terrifying. My own shadow was fainter. I locked myself in the tavern room that night and didn't touch the food they left outside the door. At midnight, I peeked out the window. They were all still standing in the square, every one of them unmoving, watching the tavern. And in the dark reflection of the glass, I had no shadow anymore. I woke up the next morning on the forest floor, alone. Cart missing, clothes different, newer. Somehow, I stumbled out of the woods onto a different road. The fog had cleared. A farmer passed me on a wagon and offered a ride. I asked if he'd ever heard of a place called Grey Wash. He looked at me strangely. "That old ghost village," he said. "Ain't no one lived there since the fire." "What? 1820-something. Nobody's ever found the ruins. Most think it never existed. But last night, I was there. Or maybe I still am, because sometimes when I walk past windows or lanterns, I don't cast a shadow at all. And when I sleep, I dream of smiling faces, candlelight, and footsteps outside my door, waiting.